This is the model of a Broadacre City. Concept and model are both made by architect Lloyd Wright. It doesn't necessarily look like a conventional city, and that's exactly what Wright had intended. In the 1930s, many architects and sociologists made lots of different plans on how cities should look and function. Most of them theorized about a very compact city center, but Wright had enough of these compact and problem-infested cities. With his Broadacre City plan, he had something else in mind. The base of the plan was that every American household would each be given an acre of land.
It is about the size of a football pitch, and on this acre they could, for example, build a house, but also farm and do other small jobs with which they could earn money.
City centers would cease to exist and be replaced with the idea of districts. These districts would contain everything you need within reasonable distance. Transport wasn't left out of the concept either, but it was facilitated by planes and highways. This, however, was mainly because cars and planes were just exciting, up-and-coming new forms of transport.
So now we know what the daily life would look like, but Wright had much deeper and much greater visions, and the most important changes would be in society and politics. The plan was to get rid of landlords, bureaucracy, and centralized money and power. That would then result in nobody being a slave of the system anymore.
Wright thought that this was the purest form of democracy that could exist. Everyone would have an equal say about their land. However, others mainly saw it as just communist or totalitarian. Wright is seen as one of the best American architects from that time. He also introduced some successful spatial designs, but Broadacre City plan never really caught on. Partly because it was seen as communist and totalitarian, but also because it would be too individualistic, spread out, and prone to insubordination. On the bright side, this idea was used and tweaked by others to improve suburbs and get inspiration to move out of crowded cities. Hopefully, it is now clear to you that Lloyd Wright was a great architect and that he introduced a spatial concept where everyone gets a plot of land. He had the thoughts of improving community feeling and abolishing centralized forms of power. The concept, however, had a lot of critique for being communist and totalitarian and was never really adopted.